Vikaya Tadale, Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Pramanityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Anandilila Maya Vigrahaya Himadya Divya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahapremarasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namah Namo Namaste. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Vishnupadri Dandi Swami, Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, our Shiksha Gurus Nityalila Parishya Gaura Govinda Goswami Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj, all Vaishnavas, Abhay Charan Aravinda Prabhu, right? Abhay Charan. Abhay Charan, Jayantidi, Rasik Ranjan, others, thank you for coming. So, why Lord Chaitanya came to this world? For what reason? No? And what's his mood? Two things. No? So this all described by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Actually, originally Chaitanya Charitamrita, original source is mostly this Murari Gupta. Did you know? Murari Gupta speaking to Sarup Damodar. Now in Sanskrit, that is called this Kadacha. Kadacha means notes. Then Sarup Damodar, of course, after this whole Navadvip Leela he hearing, then Sarup Damodar so much personal experience in Puri especially. But Sarup Damodar also there in Navadvip, Mayapur. At that time his name was Purushottamacharya. When he went to take sannyas, and in the sannyas ceremony, he went to Varanasi and took sannyas. Then during the ceremony of sannyas where he's getting done, then news came, Nimai Pandit has taken sannyas. So he not even waited for Nimai Pandit took sannyas and went to Puri. Sarup Damodar not even waited for the rest of the formalities of the sannyas. He just stood up and ran to Puri. Therefore, even though he took sannyas, he kept his brahmachari name. Sarup Damodar, this is brahmachari name. Then he met Mahaprabhu again in Puri, then he offered that pranam. Hello, Danita Kadaya Visadaya, Pranamila Damodaya, Samyak Shastra Vivadaya, Sarasadaya, Chitapita Modaya, Saswat Bhakti Vinodaya, Samadaya, Madhuja Majadadaya, Sri Chaitanya Tavadaya, Bhuyat Amando Dayat. So he said, I give pranams. This pranam and the pranam of Rupa Goswami is most famous. Namo Mahavadanya. This Rupa and Sanatan said. But Sarup Damodar said this second pranam mantra. So I give pranam to Lord Chaitanya. Hello, Danita Kadaya. Khed means suffering and misery. So his mercy, hello, Danita. Helai means neglectfully. His mercifully means his mercy is so strong, easily, neglectfully distributes all type of khed, misery, suffering, lamentation. Like Ajamil chanted, Helaya Namabas, means by accident, indicating the name of his son. Neglectfully he chanted Harinam. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is so powerful, he very easily destroy all misery, all suffering. Praman Amilat Amodayat. So it take the pran means the very essence of the soul, it attract that. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So Sarup Damodar in Puri, many years then personally witnessing so many lila. 2.5 main associates of Lord Chaitanya, Sarup Damodar, Ramananda Roy, and Shiki Mahiti. Because she was girl, she was considered a woman. She was considered half an associate. Still half is Half is better than none. So 2.5. She was the sister of who? Sikhi Mahiti was the sister of? I think Raghav Pandit.
Raghav Pandit, yeah.
Raghav Pandit's sister. So Swarup Damodar, like the shadow of Lord Chaitanya, like a shadow. I mean, he saw and knew everything. No? Actually, I'll speak about this because it's too much important. Change topic. So Swarup Damodar, he was expert on all musical instruments. Did you know that? All musical instruments he could play. He could sing like a Gandharva, like a celestial being. He was also more learned than Brihaspati, the guru of the demigods. No? So we say in Krishna Lila he is Lalita Saki. So dear. As Lalita is the shadow of Radhika. No? Vishaka also. Some say Vishaka, her name is Anuradha. Small Radha. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to know everything about Radhika's moods, but who knows Radhika's moods? Lalita, Vishaka. And even more so, Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari. Maybe Radharani will not speak everything to Lalita and Vishaka. Maybe Sankochita, that says she has some hesitation, but to Rupa Manjari, then Radhika speaks everything. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gurudev said, he is Krishna trying to be Radhika. He is Krishna trying to be Radhika. So how is Radhika? He don't know. I mean, he knows, but not like Lalita, Vishaka and Manjaris. Therefore, he always keeping these with him. And from them, he's also learning so much. Every day, Gadadhar Pandit would speak Bhagavatam every day. Then Mahaprabhu would hear, because Radhika is the original guru of all Harikatha. So Mahaprabhu would hear, then he would go back at Gambhir and practice. What he heard from Gadadhar Pandit, he would practice in Gambhir to taste these moods. Therefore, Mahaprabhu's mood, of course, he is Krishna, but his mood is not to be Krishna. His mood is to be devotee of Krishna. So don't put peacock feather on Mahaprabhu. You know? He is Krishna, we know that, but his mood is not to be Krishna. He not came in this world to taste Krishna's mood, he came in this mood to taste devotee's mood. No? Especially Radhika's mood. Kaha jao, kaha pao, Brajendra Nandan. Always, where is Krishna? Kwananda Kula Chandram. Where is Krishna, the crest jewel of the dynasty of Nanda Baba? Kwa Sikipuchi Kalankati. Where is Krishna whose forehead is decorated with the peacock feather? Kwa Munda Murali Rava. Where is Krishna who plays the flute in the 5th note? Kwa Rasa Rasa Tandava. Where is Krishna who dances very wonderfully in the Raslila? This is Mahaprabhu's mood, right? Where is Krishna? Oh, I am Krishna. Then his mood is finished. Understand? Therefore, Gaudiya never worshipped. We know Mahaprabhu is Krishna, but we never worship him with peacock feather. That is Krishna's property. No? So even though Mahaprabhu is Krishna also, Mahaprabhu is hidden incarnation. He never said directly, I am Krishna. So small thing, if you believe what I'm saying, Gaudiya Maharaj would say, no, don't disturb the mood of Lord Chaitanya. No? So don't worship him with peacock feather. So Swarup Damodar. Also, I want to speak something for Rasik Randana, who understands nicely everything. That is very rare souls. So, of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was very fond of, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, too much fond. But he so much liked the poetry of Chandidas, Kalidas. No? Kalidas not so much devotee, but his poetry is very... Chandidas. Who else? Kalidas, Vidyapati. No? Jayadev's Gita Govinda. Mahaprabhu too much liked to hear all these things. No? And Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy would speak all these things. And that would help Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taste ecstasy. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never liked to hear anything that was not bona fide. No? Especially something is against Siddhanta or, no? You know, Rasabas, like... We're tasting all these subjects. No? Oh, halva's great. And then what else? What was the one? The papita chutney, the papaya chutney. Both are great. But you mix together, Everything in their own place is okay. No? But you mix some conflicting taste, that everything's spoiled. No? So 5 primary rasas, Sant, Das, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhuras, and 7 secondary rasas, all have their own flavor. No? So sometimes different rasas may be a little clashing, like Vatsalya and Sringharas. This little Vatsalya means you talk with your parents about what's happening with your marital relations. Not so easy. So Mahaprabhu never liked to hear anything where there's incorrect siddhanta or some rasabhas, some conflicting mellows. Therefore, he would never hear anything that was not approved by Swarup Damodar, because Swarup Damodar is very expert. Especially Rupa Goswami described, Guru Maharaj would say also, before Mahaprabhu there was bhakti, but before Lord Chaitanya there was no bhakti ras. Right? Before Mahaprabhu there was the devotion of Prahlad Maharaj, there's Ambarish Maharaj, everyone knew these things, no? The devotion of Hanuman or Narad. No? But devotion of Brijabasi, that was not known before. It was known, but no one who is qualified to taste that. No. Therefore, Swarup Damodar was expert. Anything which was not proper, he would not allow Mahaprabhu to hear that. So one day, one poet came from Bengal. No. So he was very learned, and he had written one drama. So he wanted Lord Chaitanya to hear that drama. But no. Unless Swarup Damodar hears it first, Mahaprabhu did not want to hear it. So Swarup Damodar was listening, and all devotees were there, all devotees. Especially you see the conversation between Ramananda Roy, because Rupa Goswami was living in the Gambhir. Rupa Goswami, even though born in Brahmin family, he would not go to the temple of Jagannath, because both him and Sanatan had practically become Muslims. Even their name would change, no? Sakir, Malik, Dabir Khas. So they thought, we have been spoiled. Therefore, they not went inside the Jagannath temple. But Haridas Thakur also. Haridas Thakur lived under one tree called Siddhabakub. Have you seen that tree? No. They say Mahaprabhu took a toothstick of Jagannath, put it in it, and it became one tree overnight. And Haridas Thakur would sit under there and chant. Rupa and Sanatan would also sit there. They too much like the association of Haridas Thakur. No? So Mahaprabhu would bring them prasad every day. Imagine. They could not go to Jagannath, but every day Jagannath would come with prasad. Then one day Mahaprabhu came with all devotees, Swarup Damodar, Ramananda Roy, Advaitacharya, Nityananda, everyone. No? Then Rupa Goswami was writing something. Already that incident was there from the Ratha Yatra. No? Again and again Mahaprabhu was speaking some verse in Prakrit Bhasa. Prakrit Bhasa means like very low, not even Sanskrit, but some like very low class, like a bit here and there. And this is one love song spoken by some woman. Saeva Komaraha. One girl is saying, now you are married. I am the same girl, you are the same man. But after marriage, everything like spoils. That same taste as before, that is not now. No one could understand why Mahaprabhu Sannyasi is speaking all these things. But Rupa Goswami wrote another verse. And then when Mahaprabhu saw that verse, how he understands my mind. No one could understand how he understands. No? So one day Mahaprabhu came with all devotees, Nityananda, Advaita, everyone. Rupa Goswami was writing something. Rupa, what you're writing? No? Tell us the invocation, the Mangala Charan. Then Rupa Goswami became very ashamed. He did not want to say. But again and again Mahaprabhu asked him, what's the first verse of your Vidanta Madhav? Lalit Madhav, sir. Again and again Mahaprabhu asked, but Rupa Goswami felt shame. No? So Swarup Damodar read it. Anapita chiram chirat kurunaya vataro kalo samapayatam anat ujvala rasam Swabhakti Sriyam Haripurata Kandara Spurat Haripurata Sundara. Haripurata Sundara. Like anyway, Spurata Vasri Sachinandana. May that Krishna, who is again come in a golden complexion, he has come after a long time. He has appeared from the womb of Mother Sachi like the moon rises from the ocean. So he has come after a very long time since the last day of Lord Brahma to give what? This Braja Prem. Swabhakti means Radhika's mood. Radhika's mood means what? Radhika is the source of all moods. So, but Sringhar, Batsal, Sakya, Dasya, and Shant. Ultimately, these all moods are Radhika's moods because she is the source of bhakti. No? So Swabhakti Sriyam. Of course, no one can get Radharani's mood. That is reserved for her. But Sri, some drop. No? Mahaprabhu came to give that thing. No? So when I think Swarup Damodar read the verse, then Mahaprabhu said, this is like a pot of nectar, but you've spoiled it with some drop of poison. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, why you put my name there? My name is like drop of poison. Then I think Swarup Damodar said, no. A pot of nectar, he's just put some camphor. Then Mahaprabhu said, tell us what you're writing. Then Swarup Damodar then Ramananda Roy was asking, explain the Mangalacharanam, what's the setting, who are the characters, what's the subject matter. Then one by one Rupa Goswami was describing Krishna's flute playing, Radhika's Purvanurag. Radhika not met Krishna, but hearing the sound of one flute. Oh, I love that man who plays that flute. Hearing the name Krishna. Who or what is Krishna? No idea, but hearing the name. I love that Krishna. Then one Saki showing a picture of a dark complexioned boy with complexion like tamal tree. Oh, I love these three men. The flute player, the boy called Krishna, and this dark youth. No? How can I give my heart to three? I cannot, therefore I must die. Better I die. I cannot take my heart away from one, but I have given to three. Then one Saki said, foolish Radhika, this flute player, his name is Krishna, and Krishna is this dark complexioned youth. No? So this is Radhika's love for Krishna. Never met Krishna. No? Before we love someone, we look. No? What type of lunch they cook, how's the house. Before we develop affection for someone, we look. How is their character, good or bad, or many things we look at. No? But Radhika never looked at that. Therefore, her prema is completely ahoitiki. Even Krishna have many good qualities, her prema not increase. And Krishna have many faults, her love for Krishna not decrease. We are not like that. No, we see someone fault, Abhay is like that. But Radhika is not like that. No. So all these things, Ramananda Roy was asking Rupa Goswami, what is this, what is that? No. Because the drama should be perfect. So in the same way, Swarup Damodar asked this Bengali poet, what is the Mangalacharanam? I cannot remember the Sanskrit, but it's I give pranam to that Lord Chaitanya. He is the life, he is Jagannath, but he is the life and soul of Jagannath. And he is given life he is like a life force, like the soul gives life to the dead body. Lord Chaitanya's presence in this world gives like life to the dull material world. Like that. And everyone was astonished. So beautiful poetry. But Swarup Damodar said, please explain. And the poet explained. Everyone was clapping, all the ordinary devotees, of course, not ordinary, but very nice, wonderful, so poetic, beautiful language. But Swarup Damodar became very angry, like a tiger. You rascal, you do not know properly how to glorify the Supreme Lord. Therefore, in one offense, you make offense to Lord Jagannath, Lord Chaitanya, and everything else. You describe Lord Chaitanya as the life and soul of the body Jagannath. But don't you know, Jagannath's body is fully spiritual. There is no difference between the body and the soul of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are different from our body, but Krishna is not different from his body. Krishna is not different from his body. Nam nami deha deha Krishna nahi bed, jive sarvata hoyalo vived. Surup Dhammadas said. Asana name changing. Like before your name was something, there was Rasik Ranjan. If you take sannyas, you'll get another name, right? So our name is changing. There's a difference between our soul and our name. But Krishna, no difference. We are different from our body, but Krishna is not different from his body. What? Now they won't understand anything. Nam nami deha dehi Krishna nahi bed. There's no difference between the name of Krishna and Krishna. There's no difference between the soul of Krishna and the body of Krishna, but you have made difference. The body of Jagannath is fully Satchidananda, but you said he is a dead body made of wood. So I wait for them. Or tell your husband to come back. Here's the main Shrota. Abai!
He'll come.
Okay, don't you go, otherwise we lose everyone. Just stay here.
No, I'll just...
Raseshwari, go and get him quickly.
Yeah.
You stay here, otherwise everyone goes for one person. Okay, Janti?
Yeah, that's fine.
Janti, sit.
Yeah, I'm
So,
sit here.
there's no difference between Jagannath's body is fully spiritual, but you said it's like made of wood. You made difference between Jagannath and Lord. You compared Lord Chaitanya to be like the soul. Oh, no. But you cannot compare the soul. Krishna is like the fire and the individual souls are like sparks from the fire. But you have compared the spark to the fire? No. Two offense. You made difference between Lord Chaitanya and Lord Jagannath. Third offense. You have blasphemed Lord Jagannath. You have blasphemed Lord Chaitanya. You have blasphemed everything else. You are definitely going to hell. So all the ordinary persons went, oh, very nice, very good. But Surup Dhammanan, he found so many faults in them. Oh.
Additional guests.
Now they won't understand anything.
That's okay.
Sorry, Marsh.
Don't go away again. You're the main hero. No?
Sorry.
Like if Parikshit Maharaj disappears, what will happen to Sukadeva Goswami? Come in.
Namaste.
Hare Krishna. You won't understand anything, but don't worry.
It's alright, I'll just let it shower over me. Yes.
So, did you hear the explanation? What part did you leave?
Where he was blaspheming. Where you were saying that...
Yeah, he didn't like the poetry at all. That
Why?
Differentiating between the body of Jagannath and the soul of Jagannath.
Soul of Jagannath.
Yeah.
Jagannath has no material body, but you said he has a body made of wood.
Yeah.
Jagannath's body is Satchidananda. No. You said the Lord Chaitanya is the soul in the body of Jagannath. No. But Krishna is like the fire and the individual souls are like sparks, but you have said the spark is now the fire. No, you compared the Supreme Lord to be like an ordinary soul. So you have offended Krishna, you offended Lord Chaitanya, you offended everything. You are going to hell. So when this poet had spoken his first verse, he thought very nice everything. All the ordinary persons, not ordinary, but all the devotees clapping, they could not understand nicely. No, but Surup Damodar could perfectly understand the defects of the composition. Therefore, he chastised him very severely in front of everyone. And this poet began to cry. But the Surup Damodar is very kind-hearted, very merciful. Therefore, he gave him some encouragement also. But finally said, if you want to understand the scriptures, you cannot understand just by reading book. Yaha Bhagavata Pore Vaishnavastane Akanta Asraya Kore Chaitanya Charan. If you want to understand perfectly the scriptures like the Srimad Bhagavatam, you have to hear from someone. You have to sit at the feet of a perfected devotee. And here, many people think I will read the scriptures, I will understand everything. But our consciousness is not on that level. We are not purified enough to perfectly understand what the scriptures are telling. Therefore, for that reason, we have to hear from someone with realization. So Swarup Damodar spoke that. Then this man, this poet changed, gave up his pride and always associated with the devotees. So point I'm saying, Guru may have thousands of disciples. How many will perfectly understand him? It's not a fact that all disciples will have the same understanding. There's another good example of this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. There was a great devotee, his name was Madhavendra Puri. At the end of his life, he was speaking one verse again and again. Only 3 people could understand this verse: Radhika, Swarup Damodar, and Madhavendra Puri. What's your name, sir?
Marcus.
Marcus. Okay. If we meet someone we love, we feel a happiness. But if that person we love cannot be with us, still you can always remember them and think of them. So this is also one type of meeting. A material example, like you go to a funeral. Uncle Fred died, right? Everyone goes to the funeral. But after the funeral, everyone's talking about Uncle Fred, right? Oh, I remember Uncle Fred did this, Uncle Fred did that. Some people laughing, some people crying. Everyone feels Uncle Fred is there. Of course, it's a material example, but still. Uncle Fred's gone. But still everyone talking about him, thinking about him. This is also one type of meeting. So this is Viraha. So in separation from Krishna, Radhika speaking this verse. Ayadina duriddanat madhuranat katavalokayase. Daita brahmati kim koromi anham. Oh, when Krishna went to Mathura, Radharani speaking these verses. Oh, Krishna who is very kind, the friend of everyone. Oh, Krishna, now you have gone to Mathura. We cannot see you. So not seeing you, our heart is breaking to millions of pieces. But dayate brahmati kim koromi aham. But who will my suffering I feel, who will I speak to? So Radhika is speaking that verse. And Madhavendra Puri, in the end of his life, he also speaking these verses. In the same mood. Means not he's in the same mood as Radhika, but what Radhika feeling, he also feeling that. Because too much affection, too much close to Radhika. When Radharani happy, then Radharani Sakhi is also happy. When Radharani sad, they also feel sad. So again and again he was speaking these verses. So Madhavendra Puri had many disciples. One was Ramchandra Puri. Right? He was a great fault finder. He's always finding fault with everyone. So when he saw his guru weeping like this, like if we see someone really weeping for Krishna, what we think? We think this person's life is really successful. This person have love for Krishna. But this, what was his name? Ramachandra Puri. No, Gurudev, you are Brahman, then why are you crying? You should be full of ecstatic bliss. So what you're doing is not proper. No? So Madhavendra Puri become very angry. No? My heart is breaking for separation from Krishna, and this rascal is telling me to get nirvana. Many people think God is just like a white light or something, and you just merge with that. This is called Brahman. So my heart is breaking in separation from Krishna, and this fool is telling me to meditate like that? No. So get out from here. I don't want to see your face at the time of death. So he rejected him. No? But another disciple, Ishwar Puri, no, he never think my guru is a material person. He never thought. No? Even though Madhavendra Puri, because of old age and disease and stool and urine coming, he cleaning. But he never thinking my guru is material. And he also speaking about Krishna, so Gurudev can hear and feel so much happiness. So all disciples not have same understanding. Guru is one, but disciple may be many, many. No? So while he's speaking all this, the same thing, Rasik Ranjan. I want to give something to him now. Our Gurudev left 2010, but all disciples have same understanding. Is it possible? Not possible. Out of thousands of disciples, how many disciples will perfectly understand Gurudev's words and everything? That is maybe one or two. So Gurudev often in his classes would he say, I'm not speaking for everyone. He'd say, I'm speaking for one or two persons. Our Gurudev would say. No? So Marcus, and you won't understand too much, but I'm sorry for that. But you came late, so I can't change everything. No? Okay, so sometimes, like we believe in the disciplic succession of gurus. We are descending process of knowledge, no? Because our mind and our intelligence are material. And material things have some limit. Material knowledge, material experience, material senses, you can understand something in this world. But something which is non-material, right? Real spiritual topics, they are beyond the jurisdiction of the material mind, the material intelligence, and the material senses. No? Tadkena parishtana tangsta tejana yojanat. Bhishmadev said, no? The absolute truth, the absolute reality, beyond logic and argument. Right? Like Marcus, what's your father's name?
Kurt.
How do you know he's your father? How do you know Kurt is really...
I look a bit like him.
Still, your mother knows.
She will know, yeah.
You cannot know by your own experience.
She said he's my dad too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Who placed us in the womb of our mothers we could not see. Because we were just, I don't know what we were, sperm or something. We could not see that, no? But mother have experience of something we don't have experience of. So we have to, in the same way we can know our father by believing in the mother. So by believing, we believe we have two mothers. The Vedas. Have you heard of Vedas? Have you heard of Gayatri?
Yeah.
There you go. Two mothers. The Gayatri mantra and the Vedas, these are two mothers. No? So we believe in the statements of the Vedas, and we can understand who is our Supreme Father, who is God. No? So, right. So, in the beginning of creation, Krishna spoke, God, this is a strange class. I'm going to speak some of him and him and him. So, in the beginning of creation, Krishna spoke this Vedic knowledge to the first person, Brahma. Then Brahma spoke to his disciple, Narad. Narad spoke to his disciple, Vyas. Then Vyas spoke to Madhvacharya, like this coming down. So, we believe in the descending process of knowledge. By submissive hearing from the correct authority, one can understand everything nicely. But still need living guru, because maybe hearing and not understand, or reading not understand, and you have to ask someone. No, therefore you need living guru. Only reading books. Maybe you read the books, but you have some question, who are you going to ask? Have to ask proper authority. No? So these line of gurus, sometimes it may appear as if there's some difference between their statements. If there is some apparent difference, then we should try to reconcile. So the reason I'm speaking this, it seems our Gurudev said something, and it seems Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj said something different. So what is the reconciliation? So we're talking a little bit about Prabhupada's. Remember the story of the samosas? So I want to speak this for him. No? What was Prabhupada's personal mood towards Krishna? What do you think?
Vadi.
He was friend of Krishna. Sakaras. No. Therefore, what's the proof in his Vrindavan temple? Which deities he put in the middle? Krishna Balaram. And who on the side? Radha Krishna. That means what? You have some preference for the service of Krishna Balaram. And Radha Govinda is a little bit secondary. What do you think about it? Fair enough?
That's an interesting point. I haven't heard that before, and I haven't thought about that. But one thing I was just going to write down is that I had thought that Krishna Balaram was in the centre because of the location of the temple. It was Raman Rati, where Krishna Balaram used to
But do you think Radha Govinda never went to Raman Rati? But
the main pastimes that were going on there were Krishna and Balaram, the coward boys, right?
Then why Prabhupada accepted a temple there? He had plenty of money, could have bought a place anywhere else. So also, that place was given, he accepted.
Yeah, I thought some lady gave it to him.
But many people, he could have bought also at a place anywhere he wanted.
Okay.
But he liked that place because that is a place of Sakiras and Krishna Balaram.
Yeah.
That's another indication.
Yeah.
And also, so many different times he said to different disciples about, I am the friend of Krishna. No? My Gurudev was Manjari, Madhuryaras, but I am the friend of Krishna. He said to many disciples. No? Also in these prayers of the Jaladut, no? Prabhupada, he brought these old teachings from India in 1965. No? So that time he was coming by ship. Someone gave him a ticket on cargo class. Right? On the way crossing the Atlantic, he had 2 heart attacks. That time he thought, I will be finished. So he wrote some poetry. As far as you know, it's the only thing he wrote about himself. He spent his whole life just translating the words of his gurus. But these prayers of the Jaladut, the only thing he wrote about his own relationship with Krishna. And what did he write? Tumara Milana Bhai. Oh, my brother Krishna. Right? Who will call Krishna brother? Will Mother Yasoda call Krishna brother? Will the gopis call Krishna brother? Will the servants call Krishna brother? Who will call Krishna brother? Friend. So, Tumara Milana Bhai. Hey, Sukh. Ai bare sukhe by gocharane dina ganabor. Ban kota bane chuta chuti bana kai luta puti se din kabe habimo. Oh, when that day will be mine, I will go with my friend Krishna cow grazing. Gocharan. I will go forest to forest. Also, I will steal that food and eat. So se din kabe habimo. When this day will be mine. When Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, I am Kamal Manjari, I am 15 years old, my sari is blue with stars, I have the complexion of lightning, and my service is making camphor. No one doubts it, right? What Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, just accept. But when Prabhupada writes something about his own mood, everyone just speculates like crazy. Okay, understand? So he is friend of Krishna. What's Prabhupada's cowherd boy name? You want to know?
Sure.
Abhay Charan.
What's the praman for that?
But he told. Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj told also. And Prabhupada
Okay.
told it.
Okay.
His sannyas name is Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Yeah.
Why put his grihastha name in there? Abhay Charan. Someone asked him, you are sannyas, that name you have to give up, right? When the Guru gives sannyas, you get a new name. And he said, because I am the friend of Krishna, my name is Abhay Charan Sakha. Anyway, these things come out. So, Prabhupada, by his personal writings, his personal mood, when he explained the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, what did he say Ram is? Ram is Balaram. No? So he had too much interest in Krishna Balaram Seva. And this has been accepted by all his godbrothers. All. Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, clear as day. Prabhupada is the Priyanama Sakha. No? Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, when he heard this poem, he laughed, Sakiras. No? So all his godbrothers have accepted him like that. No? Prabhupada accepted himself like that. So, can our Gurudev speak something different from a whole Guru Parampara? We say no. So, even if it may appear that Gurudev spoke something differently, there must be a reason why. But ordinary persons, like the Bengali poet, ordinary persons no understand. No? But only one or two may understand. No? So number one, this is the reason we're now separate from all those guys, right? We're just doing our own, because this is one of the topics, no? So our Gurudev can never speak anything different than the rest of the Guru Parampara, right? Our Gurudev is a servant of the Guru Parampara. He's not some separate thing. Also, Prabhupada perfectly knows his own mood. So this recently, not recently, 6-7 years ago, some debate came. So our temple came out with a statement, Prabhupada is in Sakiras. Why? Because he himself said so. And our Gurudev's words may seem to indicate something different, but factually, there's no difference at all. So many, like so-called followers of our Gurudev, hearing Gurudev's word, they get some wrong understanding and they're preaching something which Gurudev never said directly. When our Gurudev would speak about Prabhupada, he would say, he is one of the maid servants of Radharani. He is absorbed, he is serving in Madhurya Ras, like this. So our Gurudev would use this type of terminology. But our Gurudev never one time said he is a gopi, he is a manjari. Never once. We'd offered a $2,000 reward. Anyone can show us one direct quote, we'll give you $2,000. Doesn't exist. So our Gurudev would always speak very, very carefully. Okay, I hope this will be something for you, something for him. Probably nothing for these guys, but anyway, just hearing is also good for us. No? So, if our Gurudev did apparently say something different, there's a reason why. Well, so first we say there's no difference. There are 4 types of cowherd boys, right? Sometimes devotee have only one mood. But sometimes devotee may have 2 moods or more in one mood. Like Balaram, right? Balaram is the friend of Krishna, the brother of Krishna. But he's also older than Krishna. So Balaram also has some Vatsalya, because older. This is called Sankulidrati. 2 Sakiras, Vatsalya also mixed in him. Understand? So some cowherd boys are older than Krishna, so they have Vatsalya, like especially Balaram. These are called the Priya Sakas, older than Krishna. Some cowherd boys, not the Saka, these are called the Pran Sakas. Sorry. Priya Sakas, Pran Saka, older than Krishna. Some cowherd boys are younger than Krishna, maybe a few weeks, few months. So they're friends of Krishna, but little junior, so they little respect him. So their Sakiras is mixed with little Dasiras, because Krishna is senior, and little humility is there. Some cowherd boys are exactly the same age as Krishna, like Sridham exactly. Sridham has no Vatsalya, no Das, just pure Sakiras. Understand all this? Right. So they're just called the Sakas. But there are some cowherd boys whose mood is mixed with the mood of the gopis. Who is that? The Priya Narma Sakas, right? Like Sridham. Like Subal. Like Madhumangal. Like Ujjval. Whenever Krishna goes to meet with the gopis, who does he take with him? Always Madhumangal, always Subal. So they're not ordinary cowherd boys. No, they are cowherd boys who also have the mood of the gopis. So when our Gurudev would speak, Prabhupada is in Madhurya Ras, he has the mood of the maidservants of Krishna, of Radhika, Gurudev indicating this mood. But who will understand? So Prabhupada is not a gopi, but he's a cowherd boy with the mood of the gopis. Understand?
Prabhupada is older than Krishna, is a friend.
He's a friend of Krishna, but he has the mood of the gopis. Priyanama Saka. Therefore, when he goes with Krishna and all the gopis are there, then they don't feel one man is coming, because mood of the gopis. Like Subal is the best example of this. Sometimes Radhika, for whatever reason, Jatila and Katila become very much opposed to. They're always opposed to Krishna, but sometimes that mood becomes very strong. So sometimes, very strict order, Radhika cannot leave Yavat. She cannot go to Nandagan for cooking. She cannot go to Sudakund for the worship of the sun god. She cannot go for picking flowers. She cannot leave the house. Because Jatila and Katila are older than their Guru Jamna, then Radhika cannot, for some reason, cannot get outside to meet with Krishna. Then how Krishna feel? Krishna feel also too much separation from that. So what is the duty of the friends of Krishna? To arrange, especially, the meeting of Krishna and Radhika. Nikunja yuno ratikeli siddhai, ya yalibi yuktiya pikseniya. So the Priya Namasakas also have this mood of arranging the meeting. They know what makes our friend the most happy. Therefore Subal said, Krishna, don't worry, brother, I'll take care of everything. So Subal went to Yavat. And when Jatila and Katila, they see Subal, they may not know this is friend of Krishna, no? So his fragrance is there. Hey, what are you doing? Get out from here. Subal, no, mother, no. I've lost one calf. No. So maybe, I think he went in your Goshala. Goshala means like cowshed. So let me look in there. Maybe my calf is there. Then Jatila and Katila also from the Gop community. So this is legitimate excuse. So Subal, he entered into the Goshala, then he went round into Radhika's private quarters. Even Radhika's own husband never goes there. But Subal can go because he is Gopi mood, no? Then Subal explaining the separation of how Krishna is suffering in separation from Radhika. Subal explaining that. And Radhika's heart melting. Subal, you make some arrangement. I am helpless. We cannot do anything, but you have power. So Subal, he'd also look so much like Radhika. So much like, no? So many pastimes of that. Sometimes Krishna and Radhika talking, then Jatila or Abhimanyu was coming. Then Radhika changed his position with Subal, and Subal also looked so much like Radhika. And when they come and catch, hey, now I caught you. Then he looked, this is not Radhika, this is Subal. This happened many times. So Subal's complexion, everything just like Radhika. So Subal, he gives all his male clothes, like his dhoti and everything, to Radhika. And then Radhika's whole sari and all ornaments given to Subal. So Subal dressed like a girl, like a gopi. You know? Then Madhusudama says, oh Subal, all Radhika's ornaments made of Mahabhav. You know? Like, not ordinary, these are made of pure Mahabhav. You know? So Subal, he wearing this, you can imagine his position. This means he'd like Radhika, Tadatmik. Like you put iron in fire, iron become like fire. So Subal can be like that with Radhika. So all Radhika, and the Manjaris have been putting lipstick, eyeliner, but Subal not feel I am man. He feel I am Gopi, Subal Saki. So Subal have very wonderful seva like that, no? Then Radhika dressed like Subal, then to cover her womanly features, she takes one calf. Jatila and Jatila, they're looking at Radhika, but they cannot understand this is Radhika. They think this is Subal. Oh, mother, I found the calf. Very good, very good. Then Subal told everything, where is Krishna? So Radhika, now dressed like a boy, Subal carrying this calf, she went to where Krishna was waiting. And Subal and Krishna, looking at Radhika, cannot understand this. This is not Subal. Even Krishna not understand. No? Then, oh brother, did you have any luck? Could you bring Radhika from Yavat? Then Radhika in the voice of Subal, no chance. I tell you, Krishna, even a male mosquito cannot enter there. So much strong. Jatila and Katila. Forget it, Radhika cannot come to meet you. Then Krishna crying. Then Radhika want to test Krishna. So she said, in Subal's voice, oh, Krishna, don't weep. Radhika is not here, but I know Chandravali is quite close. So I can bring her. No? So because Radhika want to see what's inside Krishna. No? Then Krishna weeping, oh brother, I want to drink milk and you are offering me water. Then inside Radhika feel how much happy. No? So this also one ras. They're not embraced, nothing like that. When Radhika hear that answer, maybe she feel a happiness millions of times more than actually embracing Krishna. No? Because their enjoyment is not material like this world. No? Sometimes when Radhika goes for cooking, then Krishna tries to like block the path and maybe tries to catch the edge of her dress or something. That time Radhika, because inside too much happy, Krishna is doing like this. But also all her friends are there, she feels too much shame and some pride and so some anger. So Radhika looks at Krishna with crooked glance and maybe biting her lips. So some angry mood, but inside so much happiness and some dry tears. This is called Kila Kinchit Bhav. When Krishna just see that mood of Radhika, you're not touching nothing, but Krishna feel a million times more happiness than actually embracing her. So when Krishna speak that, brother, I want to drink milk and you are giving me water, then how much happiness she feel? Because this is all rasa swadam. No? then Krishna embraced Subal, then understand, oh, this is not Subal, this is Radharani herself. No? So Priyanama Sakhas have this type of mood. So when our Gurudev would speak, he would speak very carefully and use this type of language that indicates the Priyanama Sakhas. But many people don't understand. Oh, Narayan Maharaj said Prabhupada's a gopi, he has to be a gopi, we only listen to our Gurudev, we're following our Gurudev. But this is like one type of blind fanaticism. No? Okay, Gurudev said one thing, but everyone else saying apparently something different. You cannot just throw the Guru Parampara, right? You have to respect the words and reconcile. Anyway, so when you come, I want you can meet this Gurudev first disciple. Her name is Krishna Priya, and one sannyas, he took sannyas from Gurudev, Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Maharaj. So you come and meet them. It's like the heart and soul of Gurudev. Okay, that's why when you came Kartik, you say everyone was lost, but we were not lost because we have this type of Vaishnavas with us. No? Especially when Guru enters Nitya Lila, then always needs some guidance. But all disciple is not on the same level to give that perfect guidance. Understand? Very easy for you. You are easy to understand. Shiksha Guru is not on the highest level of Uttamadikari. He cannot properly give you guidance or help you understand the Diksha Guru. No? Therefore, all scripture says Diksha and Shiksha Guru is non-different. But they should be non-different in every sense of the way. No? Like Prabhupada left, and so much chaos came because many, same thing, right? Like so many not so qualified persons that cannot reconcile everything, cannot explain everything, then people become disturbed, people lose faith. No? But we should not lose faith. Always this type of Vaishnava is present in this world. Okay. Any question, Marcus?
No, I've got no
Yes.
questions.
You parachuted in on the
I'm
wrong
just
day.
listening.
Yes.
You were saying that with the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Bhakti Ras entered the tradition. I remember hearing that, our Sampradaya had that mood of awe and reverence and Vaidhi Bhakti from Madhvacharya and everything that was very strong, following rules and regulations, everything. But with the appearance of Madhavendra Puri, who we were talking some pastimes, then that mood of the gopis and that entered at that time.
Yeah.
But you were saying with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which definitely that was there, but I heard that it first entered into the Sampradaya at the time of Madhavendra.
But by Mahaprabhu's mercy, it entered the heart of...
Okay.
By Mahaprabhu's mercy, it came in his heart first. But not that it began with him, it began because, like when Advaitacharya was praying to Mahaprabhu, then what did Advaitacharya pray? This mood of love of Vrindavan I cannot give, because he's Mahavishnu. No? Only Krishna can give this thing. No? So he prayed, Ami Bina Brajabhav Dikti Nahi Shakti. Why Advaitacharya prayed for Mahaprabhu to come? Because Mahaprabhu is Radha and Krishna. So this thing appeared before Mahaprabhu by Mahaprabhu's mercy.
Okay. Yeah.
Therefore it said Lord Chaitanya is the tree, Advaita and Nityananda are the branches, but Madhavendra Puri is the root. No? Yeah. But that means by Mahaprabhu's mercy it came first in the heart of Madhavendra Puri. Yes.
I heard that three persons in the material world were on the level of displayed Mahabhava. Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Madhavendra Puri. I heard that. I'd heard that somewhere. I can't remember where.
These three people could understand the verse. But that is true. Radharani is made of Mahabhav. Mahaprabhu is Radha and Krishna, so he's made of Mahabhav. Yes,
Yeah, since you mentioned Advaitacharya, and you mentioned that he's an incarnation of Mahavishnu, I also heard that he's also an incarnation of Sadashiva. Is that so? It's like a combined incarnation.
Combined incarnation.
Mahavishnu and Shiva.
Because there's a connection.
Because doesn't it say that the glance of Mahavishnu is that glance of Shiva or something?
The effulgence of that glance is Shiva.
Shiva.
So there's no difference between Sadashiva and Mahavishnu. There's non-difference. Yes, the effulgence of the glance of Mahavishnu, that is Sadashiva.
And we have, you know, the Sadashiva, and then we talk about Shiva, like Parvati and Shiva or Durga and Shiva, and then we talk about the Rudras. So are they all different like manifestations? Is it the Sadashiva and Shiva?
Rudra is in this. Rudra
there's
is
many Rudras, right? There's not
11.
just one Rudra, there's 11 Rudras.
There's 11. Rudra is this world. He's the presiding deity of Tamagun. But Sadashiva is beyond the. He's just one step below the Vaikunthas. He's on the other side of the Viraj.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
He's non-different than Vishnu, Tattva.
Okay.
Therefore, on Shivaratri, we fast like on Vishnu Tattva because he's non-different than Vishnu. But there's a difference between Sadashiv and Rudrashiv. Rudrashiv is like the reflection. Like Gopakumar, when he was going up, when he went to the abode of Mahavishnu, the abode of liberation. Then he not felt happy there. He felt like again and again he would merge with Mahavishnu, so Mahavishnu would kick him out with his toes. Then he heard a sound, and he saw some devotees coming down. What is that? Then he went, Lord Shiva came and took him to his own abode. And there's Shiva, everyone, they have spiritual bodies. They're eternal, not like Rudrashiv. Rudrashiv comes and goes with the creation. But Sadashiv, he's always there, eternal.
Okay. Also Sada. Sada's always, yeah.
Sada means white, but Sada also means eternal. Always present. So Sadashiv never comes and goes with the creation.
Okay.
He's above it. But Rudrashiv, he comes and goes. Okay. What's your name, madam?
Frida.
Frida. Also a German. Okay. Are you vegetarians or?
Not really.
Why don't you become vegetarian? You believe in reincarnation?
Yeah, no, I believe in reincarnation. I believe also in being vegetarian, but still I sometimes eat fish or chicken or something.
So even if we want to change, it's very difficult because our mind have so many impressions.
It's hard.
So we have to purify the mind. So how are you going to purify the mind? Easiest way is chanting these names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This will purify your mind, then you'll be able to change.
Good.
Try it.
I did it for many years, but then now it's hard, suddenly.
Like a doctor can give us new eyes, new teeth, but you say to the doctor, how do I purify my heart? They'll send you to the mental asylum. How do I purify my mind? Easy method is this chanting of name. Very easy, no? So simple even a child can do. It doesn't cost anything. And you can do any time of day and night, any place, any circumstances. No?
Yeah, I do. I like to.
You chant Hare Krishna?
Yeah, a lot.
Why don't you come to India? Come to Vrindavan. That is Krishna's city. You're welcome, October.
Okay.
Try it one time before you get too old and sick. It will, if you spend 1 month there, there is no meat in that city. Everyone's vegetarian. It will be very easy for you.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It is a good idea. Okay, is there anything else? Who's Amayatma Das? We're talking about him at lunchtime, weren't we?
Yeah, he's because he was talking about
He's now watching this class.
Christchurch. He was talking about Christchurch, and you were saying about Trivikrama.
Yeah.
Because they
There's a guy called Amayatma Das watching.
He's a very good friend of mine. Yeah, he was.
But what's
he's
he doing?
like my Shiksha Guru, one of my Shiksha Gurus. Yeah.
Amayatma, you know these guys? We're just talking about you at lunch, and for some
We went
reason,
on books together for many years around New Zealand in a van and then a bus.
for some reason, he's watching this class. Any question more? Or little strange class.
That was wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Tuning the Bhakti Rasa.
Shining like Bhakti Rasa.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, this is a little bit of a background. What happened? Understand the topic?
Yeah, it's raised more questions, but nothing.
Simple for the simple. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, saying about the place, that is also true. But when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur went to Kurukshetra, he didn't install deities of, Parthasati, or he installed deities of Radha Krishna. So that is there, but still it won't change the devotee's worshipful deity. Like in Koladweep, 9 islands of Navadweep, then Koladweep is the place of Varahadev. It said in the Satyuga 1 Brahman, he was worshipping Varahadev. And Varahadev appeared before him. Then the Brahman asked, show me that form that you will take in Kali Yuga. Then he showed him the form of Lord Chaitanya. So with the mercy of... Anyway, so when our Param Gurudev established deities in Koladweep, he didn't put Varahadev in the center, even though it's his place. He put Radha Krishna and Varahadev on the side. So place is important, but it's still not more important than one's worshipful deity, which will always be prominent and center. Some things to think about. Many people give many foolish excuses just to try to cover the simple and direct meaning. When the direct meanings are available, then why take shelter of some indirect meaning? Then we told the story of the samosas, and many stories are there. Okay, how exciting. Any questions?
Wonderful.
Yeah. Have any questions? You better ask them now.
I heard our Gurudev was Radharani.
Not Radharani, Radharani's servant. No?
Yeah, servant, but yeah. Who was he?
He's Manjari, Radharani's servant. No?
Manjari.
Maid servant of Radhika. The reason we said, because Rupa Goswami in this book, Radha Krishna Ganudesh Dipika, Rupa Goswami said the maid servants of Radhika include Subal, Marumangal, and Arjun. So they're males, but they're maid servants of Radhika. So when Gurudev would use language like, he is one of the maid servants, he is in the mood of the maid servants of Radhika. Not he is a maid servant of Radhika. He is in the mood of the maid servants of Radhika. The Gurudev would use all this indirect speech. Because our Gurudev came to promote Manjari Bhav. No? And if in the beginning he'd said, Prabhupada is this, but we are this, then many people would unnecessarily, well, you're in a different mood, then you can't help us to understand Prabhupada. So, but this Gurudev uses this like a preaching technique. Gurudev talked mainly more about his mood in Madhurya Ras rather than his mood in Sakya Ras, which he kept little concealed. No? Who will understand? Any question more?
No.
Take care. Go Pramanandi.